Morning guys, welcome to another video. It is 3:30 in the morning and it's been quiet. It's been very quiet, but it is now starting to turn, so that's good. So I'm just leaving the yard. I'll just clip my microphone on. And I just discovered a service station across the road from the yard, excuse me, is now 24 hour. So I've just grabbed a cheap coffee and today heading to Brookton. So I've only got the block on, so I'm going to go and tow sprayer and then maybe a cultivator after that. So while it's been quiet, I've rebuilt the Horton fan and done all the idlers, pulleys, belts on the front of the engine. And what else? New sun visor and bug deflector. So it's actually good to get some work because I've spent money. It's been expensive little time, but anyway, yesterday I was out shopping and I got a call to see if I could move a 20-ton excavator. So that was good. I raced away and done that. Only took a couple of hours, but it was good. And it just went from there. The phone rang another half a dozen times, and like I say, now I've got a sprayer to tow, cultivator to tow. I've got a tractor broken down that needs winched on. I've got a telehandler broken down that needs winched on, and we'll see what else happens. Could be all go. But anyway, 3:30 in the morning, the roads are quiet, and I am heading for Brookton Highway, heading out that way. Well, we've made it to Brookton, and I drove to where I thought I was loading, and that was not where I was loading. So I am heading the other direction. When all else fails, look at the map, and they sort of told me roughly where it was, and I thought, oh yeah, I know. But I was wrong. It's now 6 a.m, so Roadhouse is open and the engineers will open very shortly, and I can get my sprayer all hooked up, and then I've just got to wait for sunrise, which this morning isn't till 7:10, but yeah. Alright, we are underway. We just got hooked up and I've just pulled out of the yard and bounced down the road a little bit. So what we've got is a Calibre tow behind sprayer. Very nice bit of equipment. And I've got about 200 odd kilometres to tow it. And it should be straightforward. It's all brand new, so they build them here in Brookton. Very nice. So we're taking it out now. The farm wants to get it calibrated onto his tractor as soon as he can, so we will meet up with the salesman who's commissioning it. He'll be on site as well, and it'll be a good day. So I've got me bling on now, I've got me very happy with that. Hey, how brave's that? Car went past and I didn't put the camera down. Okay, we're about half an hour in. So this is our stop number 2. Let's just have a check over. See how everything's going. Everything's all good there. Make sure we're not dragging light cables or anything. Now it's all brand new, so it should be all good, but we'll just run the temperature gun over these bearings. Oh, BPW axles. Look at that. Yep, sorry. So 24 degrees there. Flags are all on. Our lights are all on. Airbag suspension. How about that? So they must have them pumped right up, because I'm not connected to the air. That's very cool. Right, what do we got? 23, 24 that side as well. 26 degrees for the tyre. Beautiful. Bloody lovely. Towing brand new gear is just nice sometimes. Anyway, that's good. That's a bit of peace of mind, you know. Might seem like, you know, this is the second stop and we're wasting time, but we're really not, because at least now we know it's all going okay. It's travelling nice and cool, there's no bounce, everything's just very nice. Alright, we're just gone through Calaveran, had a quick stop, check over, everything's just looking good. So we've got 30 kilometres to the farm from here. My second job, which was to be a top-down cultivator, same as the one I loaded onto the trailer a few videos ago. I used the truck prime mover to reverse it up onto the trailer. I was going to tow it because I haven't got my trailer with me, I've got the block, but that has just been canned. Somebody else is doing that. So yeah, it's a lot of it's a bit annoying when that happens, because I put the block on to come out to do 2 jobs. It sort of makes it worthwhile. Otherwise there's too much empty running, you lose a bit of time swapping around. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain, but never mind. Means I'll get on to the next job, which is a broken down tractor, a bit sooner. We'll race back into town this afternoon via Weybridge. I just want to get a tier weight with the block on and full of fuel to see where it's at. And yeah, got the winch already set up on the trailer. I did that last night. Kicked the block off, grabbed the trailer, the float, and head south. And probably camp out there the night. And I've got 2 pilots for the morning. I'm going to have to winch this tractor on. And it's on joules, so it's nearly 5 metres wide. I'm hoping it rolls easily. Yeah, we'll just have to suck it and see, I suppose. So just narrow bitumen, single lane, so the truck fits on just nicely, but the sprayers, both wheels are out in the dirt, so we don't want to go too quick and get it covered in crap, and even though we'll be on the dirt by the end completely. Just arriving on farm. Just arriving here on farm with one very dirty, dusty caliber sprayer. Try to keep the dust down as best we can, but there's not much you can do when the road's so bad. We will go and see exactly where they want this. Well, good morning everybody. It's another early start. It's just after 5 now. I've just stopped up Bedfordale Hill, grabbed first coffee of the day, so I haven't been able to film because I haven't had coffee, but we're away now. So we've got a couple of salvage missions on today. One today, one will be well and truly tonight. So there's a tractor on Jules that's dead. I think they've made it to the yard. I don't think they're in the paddock. So I've got the winch, got a spare cable, I've got the stiff bar in case I have to push it on or drag it off at the other end. And that's going to go to the dealership once we get it on the trailer, 2 pilots. And then I'll take a loan tractor back out to the guy. And then I'll head north. There's a telehandler at a hay plant which is dead, which I will winch on also. So these will be the first jobs with my nylon winch rope. Been doing it for a while. I broke my first rope on this winch, first ever rope in the all years I've been doing salvage. I broke my first rope, and that was stupidity. The winch had actually stuck on and I didn't realise, so while we were getting set up it was winching a tractor that had all the brakes locked on, and it went bang, and it could have been bad. It just fell on the ground. It didn't recoil and smash windows and hurt people, but it wasn't a good look, and I just didn't realise that it was still winching when I'd let go of the controls, so my own fault. But so we are southbound on Albany Highway. Heading out towards Wandering. So we just go down here. We'll turn off at North Bannister, out to Wandering, and up the York Road a little bit from there. Williams York Road. Not too far. We'll be there around daybreak, so we can get loaded. Pilot's going to arrive at about 8 o'clock, and it'll be good. We'll be away. Righto, I'm going to eat me breakfast. Keep you updated as we go. Well, the tractor's on. It fell off at the last minute. One wheel went off the Jules, but we were winching. So it's hanging off a little bit. We're just going to put a bit of air in this tyre. It's just one of those things. It's got no steering, no brakes. And yeah, we just had to make do with what we had. Obviously I was busy winching, so there was no filming. But it's on there. And the sun is just coming up. Okay, we're on the move. Got Mrs. Yogi out front. Amanda is lead pilot. And the farmer's, he's a certified pilot as well, so he's bringing up the rear. And yeah, I don't know how far we've got to go. It won't be far, 100 k's, so maybe 120.
Clear both ways at this stage, but you'll need to have a look yourself.
Roger. Yeah, it's just a terrible little intersection here. So we're just under 5 metres wide, and yeah, we end up having to winch it on. The tractor nearly started. It was trying, it was puffing smoke, and yeah, it was close, but it just would not fire. So although I didn't show it, that was the first use of the nylon rope, of the synthetic winch rope, and it didn't break. So yeah, that's about all I can say. Will show up with the sun behind us there, but yeah, so we're trailers at 3.5, and then the tractor is basically another 1/2 metre outside that. Anyway, enough of that. It's very cold on my hand out there. So we'll get back to, this is going to Katanning, to the dealership, and we'll offload it. And there's an old Xerium there, and it's a bit of a honey, and they're going to provide that as a loan machine while this one's being fixed. So I can't remember the width of it, but it's not a pilot job. So yeah, I'll get this one off. I'm not sure how we'll get it off yet. Probably drag it off. They'll drag it off with a tractor or something down here, and yeah, I'll load the other one up. Shouldn't have to close the trailer, maybe only a little bit, and yeah, turn and come back out here, and then head north to do a telehandler that's broken down. Righto. I haven't got much to say this morning. I've only had one coffee. Yeah. Everything's good. Alright, we are just coming into Wagen. I was meant to film going through Narrogin, but I completely forgot. I was just busy enough dealing with traffic islands and roundabouts and railway crossings, and it wasn't until we were coming out the other side I remembered I didn't put the camera on, but anyway. And we had roadworks back there, but it was nothing too stressful. And I said before, I thought it was 100 and a bit k's. It was actually 160 k's. It's going to be all up. So yeah, good couple of hours. And then turn around and do it the other way without the pilots.
Hey, have a safe one there, mate. I'll catch you around.
Yeah, you too, bud. Keep it safe.
So we're coming into Wagen from the north.
You've got a little one to the left.
Copy.
Take that too.
Yeah, right.
You happy to go around this way, Cook?
Yeah, much prefer that way, thanks.
Okay.
Oop, microphone fell off. So yeah, this way here is round past the police station and the school, and it's sort of the unofficial bypass for us.
Transport was sent a long message.
Transport sent a long message saying, pay your rego. Yeah, we have been told in the past, please don't. Anyway, so there, as I was saying, this is sort of, we use it all the time. It's just so much easier. Otherwise, the correct way, I've said before in other videos, is you have to drive right through the main street of town, going east, and then turn south and loop around to come back. It's a real pain. And like, I get this is residential streets we're going through here, but it's a lot easier, and I think safer than going through the centre of town.
Yeah, both ways.
Thank you.
Yeah, copy there. Gus, is it? Tipping off the 14?
That's Gav. Yeah, Kiwi. Yeah. Nigel.
How you going, mate? Hey, is there any other 7mm here, or we've got to tip separate?
Keep it separate, mate. Just stay there and I'll come up to you.
Roger.
So nice big wide road, no traffic islands, and there's been one parked car, whereas if you went through the main street like you're supposed to, there'd be a dozen parked cars and traffic islands, and yeah, just unnecessary grief, whereas this is nice and easy. And just like that, we pop out onto the Great Southern.
You got a rubbish truck coming from the right.
Copy.
Clear up to the ute from my way.
Yeah, roger. Dapple's Wagen, southbound and down.
Right? Nick?
Alright, there's been a change of plans. So the Xerion in that footage, I got a bystander to grab the camera. Xerion that towed the tractor on Jules off the trailer was the replacement. So I was meant to unload that 950, put the big Xerion on, take it back to the farm. But while they were unloading, the Xerion developed a pretty serious oil leak and is out of action. So another branch, class branch, Northam, have the big tracked Xerion 12 dot. That is going to have to go to the farm, so I need my dolly for that. It's got the weights on it, it's heavy, it's 30 tonnes, so I've got to head back to Perth, take the winch and everything off, so I can get my hatches open to move my pin to the forward hole, hook the dolly on, put the winch back on because I need to go and get a telehandler tonight still in the dark, and deliver that, and then load the big Xerion first thing in the morning and run it to the farm. So that's worked out to be a lot of mucking around, but hey, we're busy. Good stuff, because it has been quiet. It's been a bit scary with how quiet it's been, but we're on the move. So I'm not going to get back to Perth until sort of 4 o'clock this afternoon. I reckon I'll be an hour there by the time I move everything around and get the dolly set up again. So then I'll be out at the hay plant about 7 or 8 tonight, and we'll winch this telehandler on in the dark on our own, and then we'll deliver it to Northam. Now the only thing that worries me is, well, not the only thing, lots of things worry me, is the hoses for the winch
may not reach the truck to be plugged in with the dolly, so I might have to unhook the dolly while I do the winching. We'll work it out. We'll work it out as we go, but we are heading back to Perth.